Grob-Lee, and today I will be discussing how the fast fashion industry has caused overall more harm than good in our world today. Everybody likes shopping. Most aspects of it seem good. You get to go to new stores, try out new styles, and if you go to the right places, it can be pretty affordable. But what you may not realize or may not want to realize is that the shopping industry has detrimental effects on our world. Today, I am not only going to explain how the fast fashion industry has taken over, but the many ways in which it is damaging. First, I will give a definition and a brief overview of fast fashion. Then I will talk about the negative effects it has on the environment. And finally, I will discuss how the fast fashion industry affects its employees and the factory workers. You most likely already know what fast fashion is, or you have probably unknowingly bought into it. But if you don't know, that is what we will be going over now. Before the age of fast fashion, people bought clothes out of necessity or when the weather changed from warm to cold. But now it's become a bit more of an obsession and a fad for people to chase after. According to the 2020 Good On You article written by Celine Retier, fast fashion can be defined as cheap, trendy clothing that samples ideas from the runway or celebrity culture and turns them into garments in high street stores at breakneck speed that meet the customer demand. This basically means you can get all the latest trends for really low prices really quickly. Fashion trends started changing more rapidly in the 1960s and around that time, but it was only until about the late 90s to early 2000s that brands like Zara and H&M, which are one of the leading fast fashion brands, entered the US. This idea of fast fashion seems like it could be positive, but as we look deeper, we can uncover some real issues with it. One of these issues is pollution. Get up my photo here. As you can see in this photo, huge pileups of textiles and clothing fabrics can be seen in landfills. In the 2019 article, How Fast Fashion is Destroying the Planet, by the global warming reporter Tatiana Skolsberg, it is said that over 50% of fabric fibers are now synthetics, derived from fossil fuels. So if and when our clothing ends up in a landfill, it will not decay. This also poses an issue to our oceans because the same process will take place. The clothing will end up there and it will not decay, causing lots of harm to marine life and overall pollution and global warming. Now that we have gone over what fast fashion is and how bad it can be for our environment, I will bring you to what may be the biggest issue in this industry, the safety and well-being of employees. Many of you probably have heard of the Rana Plaza disaster that happened in 2013 in Bangladesh. This was the collapse of a clothing factory that killed 1,132 people and injured 2,500 more. This opened many eyes to the issues of this fashion industry. Although these issues had been seen in the past, it was nothing new. This disaster is what opened many eyes. Millions of workers are exposed to dangerous conditions every single day, and most factories in other countries don't meet safety standards of the building and construction legislation. And honestly, most of these workers are women and children working for some of the lowest wages in the world, which according to the 2018 article, Why Won't We Learn from the Survivors of the Rana Plaza Disaster by Donna Thomas, is around 32 cents an hour. Since this incident, 109 similar accidents have happened, according to the International Labor Organization. This is a huge problem because these accidents will continue happening. Let me pull up a photo. This is the Rana Plaza disaster, just one photo showing how awful this event was. Although this is super bad, some reforms have been made, but are soon to or past expiration. A legally binding accord on fire and building safety was signed by over 200 clothing companies, and over 5 years, over 97,000 hazards were fixed in factories around the world. The accord, though, it really needs to be renewed for the next 3 years, and legal safeguards that have also been put up are being dissolved. So we really need to put more safeguards and legal accords in. Today, I have discussed how harmful the fast fashion industry can be. I have given an overview on what it is, I talked about the industry's contribution to pollution, and I have gone over how it affects sweatshop workers around the world. I hope this has opened your eyes to the aspects of shopping and fashion that we may not always think about, and I hope this has impacted the way you might buy your clothes in the future. Thank you.